everyone, good morning. Welcome to Virtual Home Yoga. Okay. Now, once you find a comfortable place on your mat, come join me. Come into easy seated on your legs. You can go either normal sitting or half lotus or a full lotus if you're comfortable. Okay. Let's keep the hands on top of your knees. Roll the shoulder to the back, keeping the spine tall and straight. Now, we're going to close the eyes here for a few seconds. Just try to calm down the thoughts in your mind. Let's take a deep breath. Deep inhale and long exhale. Take a deep inhale and long exhale. As inhale, fill the lungs with air, expanding the chest. As exhale, release the tension from the body onto the mat. Take a long inhalation and long exhale. Take a long inhalation and long exhalation. As you breathe in, try to expand the chest, expand the belly. And as you breathe out, bring the navel back into the spine. Release the tightness from the body and into the neck. Continue a few more times. Long inhale and long exhale. Still keeping the spine tall and straight. Bring awareness to your mind and your breathing. Try not to think of anything else and focus on your own breath. The long inhale and long exhale. Let the mind focus on your own breath. Bring the mind into the body and body onto the mat. One last breathing together. A long inhale and long exhale. Still keeping the eyes closed for a while. Feel yourself feeling more calm and collected. Gently take your palms together. Thumb on the center of the heart center. Bow your head down and namaste. Okay, welcome to yoga everyone. Now interlock your 10 fingers in front of your chest. As inhale, raise your arms up to the ceiling. Look down, tuck your chin into the chest and reach your palms all the way up. Lengthen the spine. Exhale, release down. One more time, interlock the fingers. Inhale, reach your arms up. Tuck in the chin down. Stretch the side of the waist. Open up the side of the ribs. And release down. One more time. Inhale, lifting up. This time, lift your head up together with your arms. Lift your chin up. Open up front of your neck. And exhale, release. Again, interlock the fingers. Inhale, raise your arms up. Lift your chin and look up. Try to reach the palms a little bit higher. To the side of your legs and exhale down. One last time. Interlock fingers, inhale, reaching up. This time add a small arch on the front of your leg. And exhale, release down. Nice. Now take your right arm down to the ground, reach your left arm over. Inhale, center. Exhale, switch sides. Inhale, center. Exhale, change. Now go a few more rounds. Dynamic stretches for the side of the body, to the side of the waist, legs and the tricep. Last two. Last one. Take your left hand up to the ceiling. Place your forearm down. If you can't reach down, place it on a book. Top arm closer to your ear. Make sure you ground the sitting bone down. Straighten the left arm as exhale. Turn your chest up to the ceiling. Keep reaching your fingers to the side of the room. Breathe through the ribs. Expand the side of your chest, side of the back. 3 more breaths. That's 2 and 1. Inhale, center. Exhale, switch side. Make sure you are grounding the hip, not lifting up the hip down. Keep the right bicep closer to your ears as exhale. Rotate the chest upwards, reaching the fingers away from you. Just hold there for 3 more breaths. That's 2 and 1. Center. Exhale, release. Now let's come on to kneeling. All fours on the ground. Keep your palms shoulder width apart, knees hip width apart, and tuck your toes. Let's start with cat and cow stretch to warm out on the spine. Inhale, lift your chest up, arch the back. Lift the head up. Exhale, hunch the back. Pull the navel into the spine. Inhale, arch the back. Exhale, hunch. Inhale, arch the back. Lift your chin, lift your head higher. Exhale, hunch the spine. Look in between of your knees. Inhale, arch. Exhale, hunch. Inhale, arch. Exhale, hunch. Inhale, arch. Exhale, hunch. Last one, inhale, arch the spine. We are going to hold there for 5. Lift the chin and head a bit higher. Feel a nice stretch on the lower back, front of the abdomen. That's 3 and 1. As exhale, hunch the back. Spread the shoulders out. Pull the navel in. Hold there for 5 more breaths. So nicely stretch on the upper back. And work on your core as well. Last 3. Keep rounding the spine. And 1. Exhale, tuck in your toes. Come into downward facing dog. Pedal down the legs alternately. Feel a nice stretch from the hamstring down towards your ankles. Take your time. Try to ground the heels down as you bring your chest closer to the thighs. Few more breaths here. Now, gently release the legs, look forward in between of the palms, step the left and right leg through. So exhale into a forward bend. Bend your knees, hug your legs in towards your body. Feel the back of the spine lengthening down towards the crown of your head. So nicely stretch on your hip and lower back. Keep your hands side of your feet. Bend your knees a little bit more. Inhale, raise your arms up, arch the back, look up. Exhale, palms to heart center of your chest. Now we're going to do a few rounds of sun salutation for warm up. Stand in front of the mat with the feet together in mountain. Ground the 4 corners of your feet down with the palms in the center of the chest. Keep the spine tall and straight. Inhale, raise your arms up, arch the back. Exhale, fold, touch the ground. Inhale, half lift the chest. Exhale, step back, plank. Knee, chest, chin down. Surya Namaskar. Inhale, slide forward, coming up, cobra. Exhale, tuck in toes, downward facing dog. Look forward, step the left and right leg together. So exhale, forward bend. Inhale, raise your arms up, arch the back. Exhale, palms to heart. Second round. Inhale, raise, arch the spine. Exhale, fold, touch the ground. Inhale, look forward at knee. Exhale, step back, plank. Knee, chest, chin down. Inhale, slide forward, coming up, cobra. Exhale, tuck in toes, downward facing dog. Look forward, step the left and right leg through. So exhale, forward bend. Inhale, raise your arms up, arch the back. Exhale, palms to heart. Third round, inhale, raise, arch back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift your chest up. Exhale, step back, left, right leg. Place your knee on the ground. Okay. Make sure you are not shifting the hips up. Dip the thigh forward. You're going to look up. Stretch on the quads as well as your hamstring. Few more breaths here into a low lunge. As you exhale, you're going to take the left leg back into a plank. Knee, chest, chin down, caterpillar. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Exhale, tuck in toes, downward facing dog. Look forward, take your right leg front, left knee grounded. Dip the hip forward, lifting up the chest. So there for a few breaths. Feel the stretch, front of the thigh. Exhale, come together, forward, bend. Inhale, raise your arms, arch your back. Exhale, palms to heart. Last round, inhale, raise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift, look forward. Exhale, step back, plank. Knee, chest, chin down. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Exhale, tuck in toes, downward facing dog. Look forward, take a right leg through, left knee on the ground. Dip the hip front, lift your chest up. No lunge. The left hip flexor, left quads. We're going to take the body back into a downward facing dog. Okay. Pedal the legs here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come to a plank. Knee, chest, chin down. Caterpillar. Inhale, slide front, coming up, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. This time, take a left leg forward, through your hands, right knee on the ground. Lift your chest up. Do the stretch on the right side of the hip flexor this time round. Few more breaths. So exhale, step together, your legs come into forward bend. Inhale, raise your arms up, arch the back. Exhale, palms to heart. Keep the eyes closed, rest the palm side of the body. Just hold that in mountain for a while. Ground the foot down onto the mat. Feel the difference in the breathing. Let the heart slow down for a bit. And slowly open up eyes. Now we are going to take your right leg back into Warrior 1. Drop the outer edges of the heel down as you turn towards the front still. Bending your front knee, raise your arms up to the ceiling. Pull the navel in, try to rotate your hip towards the front. Press the outer edges of your right heel down as you sink down on the left. Look up. The opening of the hip in Warrior 1. Hold there for a few more breaths. 3 more breaths. Last 2 and 1. hands down on the ground, step back into downward facing dog. Close the legs together. Lift your left leg up to the ceiling. As you open up the hip, let your leg hang to the right. Look under of your left arm as you push your chest towards the thighs. So stretch on the right adductors as well as the left front of the hip. Okay. Slowly step your leg down. We're going to change to the other side. Right leg up to the ceiling. Put the navel in as you open up. Hold it in downward dog just for a bit more. Look forward. We are going to take the right leg into the center. Drop the left outer edges of the heel down. Bend your front knee coming up as you inhale in warrior one. Exhale, sink on the front leg. Relax the shoulders down, look up. Just open up front and back of the hip. Stabilizes your leg. Few more breaths. Exhale, come back. Downward facing dog. Hold there for a few more breaths. 3, 2, and ground the knees onto the ground. Let's come to a child pose here. Stretch your arms forward, crown of the head resting on the mat. Breathe through the lower back. Catch your breath here. Look forward again. Tuck in the toes, come into downward facing dog as you exhale. Now look in between of the hands, step the left leg through. Drop the right heel down. Let's come into side angle with the left hand outside of the left leg. Reach your right arm across your ear to the side of the room. Exhale, open up the chest to the side. Feel a stretch on the lateral body as you straighten the back knee. 3 more breaths. Last 2 and 1. Come back to a center. Turn to the front as you walk your hands in, both toes facing the front. Inhale, lift your chest, look forward. Exhale, fold. Hold on to the back of the ankles, come into a right leg forward fold. If your legs are a bit tighter, keep the knees on a soft bend or open the legs further from each other. Feel the stretch, back of the hamstring, hip. 5 more breaths. Try to sink the weight onto the front part of your feet. Last 2. And hands onto the center of the ground. Okay. Keep your legs slightly wider. Turn the right toes to the side. Okay, ground the outer edges down. We come into side angle with the hand outside of the leg. And reach your arm up and over. Sink down as you turn your chest up. 3 more breaths. Constantly pull the navel in. Last 2. Open up the chest a bit more. And 1. Exhale. Walk your legs back. Come into a forward bend. This time you can close the legs a bit smaller together. Okay. If it's very tight, keep the knees on a soft bend. If not, straighten your legs. You're going to stretch on the shoulder as well. Relax the head down. Option 1, we will hold on to the ankles. Same as the one just now. Second option, take your hands up. Interlock the fingers behind of your spine. Rotate your shoulder together. Turn your palms up to the ceiling. Bring it to the front. This will open up the shoulders, chest together when stretching on the hamstring. A few more breaths. 2 and 1. Hands touching the ground. Lift your chin up. Turn towards the side. Step back, downward facing dog. Ground the heels down. Separate the legs hip width apart. Lift the heels up. Bend your knees. Okay. So hold it there for a while. More stretch on the ankles and the calf. Let's come on the kneeling. All fours on the ground. Okay. Now, let's turn your right hand in towards the center. Shoot your left hand towards the front as you rest the shoulder, head on the mat. Okay. Now we are going to twist. Feel the stretch on the spine with the toes tucked in. Open up the right hand to the ceiling. So nicely open up front of the body. Few more breaths. Feel the spine, feel the lower back. And 1, exhale down. Come onto all fours. Okay? Chin side. Left hand facing the front. Shoot the right hand through. Make sure your palms are facing up. Rest the shoulder, rest the head down. Open up the left hand this time. Rotate the chest. Nicely feel the stretch on the legs, the lower back. So a few more breaths here. Okay, exhale, coming back down. We're going to stretch a little bit more on the shoulders now. Both hands reaching in front of you. Keep your shoulder width apart. Separate down the knees. Okay, slide your hands forward more until the chest and the chin is on the mat. It's puppy pose. To stretch out a lot on the side of the back, neck, as well as your hip. If you feel any aches on the neck or discomfort, just place the crown of the head on the mat instead of the neck. If not, try to keep the neck, chin on the mat. Just 5 more breaths here. Breathe through the back. Start to take your knees a little bit closer to deepen the stretch. And when you're ready, come forward into smooth, gentle back bend. Straighten the legs back with the forearm on the mat. Press into the forearm, lift your chest. Down, hands side of the body. Inhale, coming up, Bhujangasana. Soften the elbows, keep the front stretch on the obliques as well as the back. Inhale, come back, send. Exhale, downward facing dog. Ground the heels down. Holding there. forward, step your right leg in between of your palms. Drop the outer edges of your left heel down. Keep the left heel slightly outside of your right leg so you can balance. You're going for intense side stretch. So often the hip will be shifting towards your front leg side. So if your right leg is forward, your hip will be shifted to the right. Try to hike the hip back into the center. So you square your hips and lift your chest up as you inhale. So exhale, shift the weight towards the back leg. Give a nice stretch on the front hamstring, the calves, and your hip. This is our intense side stretch. Two more breaths, 5 more breaths over here. That's 4. Every time you exhale, try to shift the weight to the back leg. Let the body rest on top of your front thigh. That's 2. And 1. Bend your front knee. Come into a lunge with the back heel lifted. Okay. Sink the weight on the front leg. Open up the right hand. Turn the chest up. If you're not lifting up the hip, drop it down and forward. It's a nice stretch on the glutes as well as the spine. 3 more breaths. Lift up the back knee. 2 and 1. Hands down, step back, downward facing dog. Rest here for a while, ground the heels down. We're going to switch sides. So as I look forward, take a left leg through. Gently ground it on the ground. Press down the outer edges and the heel of the right leg. Okay. Inhale, lift your chest up. Square the hips to the center. As exhale, fold forward. If you find it hard to go down, you can take the block on your palms, below of the palms, or if you don't have a block, just use books, thick books. 5 more breaths. Every time you exhale, try to hike the left sitting bone into the center of the body. That's 2 and 1. Bend the front knee. Slide the back leg back with the heels lifted. Come into a lunge. Lift up the back knee. Contract the thighs. Inhale, open up the left hand. Sink down on the left. Nice stretch on the hip and the spine. 3 more breaths. Keep reaching your left hand up. Come into downward facing. Keep the legs to the back. Okay. Gently place your knees onto the ground. Come into a wide chow. Knees wider, distance of the mat. Close the toes together. Sit back onto your ankles. Press your crown of the head down. Nicely stretch. Gentle stretch on the groin, inner thighs, and your hip. And slowly release, come onto all fours now. Okay? You're going to sit down on the mat, okay, facing the front of the room. Okay. Close your feet together in butterfly. Let the knees gentle bounce up and down. Relax on the groin, inner thighs. 2 more breaths here. Okay, last 3, 2, and 1. We're going to bend forward here. So if you got tighter inner thighs, okay, you want to bring it closer, then you bend forward less again. If you've got more flexible inner thighs, you want to bring it further, then you bend forward. Okay, interlock your fingers in front of your toes. Inhale, straighten the spine. Exhale, fold forward. It's Baddha Konasana, butterfly. Make sure when you fold, you feel the stretch on the groin, adductors, lower back as well as your hip. If you don't, adjust your feet accordingly, either forward or closer towards your hip. Inhale, center. Exhale, release. Okay, we are coming into a wide leg forward fold. So keep the legs slightly wider. Point your toes up to the ceiling. Okay. From here, when you lift your spine up, make sure your hip is up. Tilt your pelvis towards the front as you walk your fingers away from the hip. See if you can ground the forearm down onto the ground. If not, you can keep it up. Okay. If you're more flexible, see if you can straighten your legs. It's not a split yet, it's just a tilt forward. So you have to make sure the lower back is facing the front. Okay. So there, a few more breaths. Try to point the toes up towards the ceiling. So nicely open up more on the adductors, the hip and the groin. If you have your elbows on the ground, try to lift your chest up as you arch the lower back. You'll feel a deeper stretch into the groin. Just 5 more breaths. And 1. Come back center. Okay. Close your knees in, hug your knees, keep your forehead down towards the knees. Okay, now we're going to open up again once more. This time, okay, sideways. So keep your right leg up towards the side. Okay. Point your toes towards the other side. Bend the opposite knee. Grab hold of the ankle. Opposite hand, opposite knee. Raise your arm up to the ceiling. Inhale, center. Exhale, we are going to reach towards the other leg. Okay. If you can't go down, just hold on to the ankle as you keep constantly extend your arms away from your ankle in front. If you can go down, okay, bring your shoulder in front of the inner thigh. Okay. Hold on to the outer edges of your foot. Rotate your chest, body, and look up. It's a nice stretch for the waist, especially on the back and the thighs, inner thighs. 10 more seconds. Just breathe through the side back. Center, exhale, release. Right, we're going to change over to the other side. Bend your knee and extend out the opposite leg. You have to make sure that the leg is really sideways and not forward of you. Okay. Let's grab hold of the opposite ankle. Raise your arms up to the ceiling. Inhale, lift the spine, rotate your body towards the knee that you are bending. Exhale, reach your arms over the knee. Try to reach for your foot. If you can't, just extend your arms towards the side. If you can, shoulder closer towards the front of the inner thigh. Okay. Let your hands go to the outer edge of your foot. Breathe into the legs. Breathe into the lower back. 10 more seconds. It's a nice stretch, especially for the back if you are sitting on the chair all day. This will release the tension on the back of the spine. Three more seconds. And one in the center. Exhale, release. Okay, let's close your legs together. Keep it to a small butterfly. Now we're going to open up to a wide split. Okay? Just keep your legs as wide as you can. If you can't open, just V shape is fine, or you can bend your knees if it's tighter. Okay? Hands forward, one front, one back. We will shift our hip, sitting bone as much as you can, and try to walk forward. Okay? You'll feel a nice stretch already on the inner thigh, groin. Okay. From here, same as the one just now. Try to ground the forearm down. If can't, just the palms, or you can rest the arms on top of a block or books. Point your toes up. Lift your chest up. When you lift your chest up, you want to rotate your hips to the front. Okay? I'm going to show you the side view. So if you're opening your legs, you don't want the back to be hunched this way. Okay? You won't be stretching much. So once you open, okay, we want the spine to be up and arch. Once you arch, this part will tilt forward and it's going into the spine. Okay? The more you arch, the more you tilt your hips forward, you'll feel the stretch on the inner thigh and the groin. Okay? I'm going to hold there for a bit longer, 20 seconds. Nicely stretch up the hips. If you're onto the forearm, lift your chest higher. If you are already low, try stretching your arms forward. Let the head rest on the ground. Breathe into the inner thighs, breathe into the back. That's 5 more breaths. Slowly release. Okay, hope you are feeling okay. This is my favorite stretch, so I can hold for really long. This butterfly to release the tension on the inner thighs right now. Okay. Close your legs together. Hug the knees in just for a while. Okay, now we are going for the stretch that we are working towards, which is called compass. Okay. So first, start by holding on to one of your legs like a baby. Elbow into the knee, elbow into your foot, interlock your fingers. Give a rock side to side. As you rock, try to bring it closer towards the chest. Okay? There's a release just on the hip, the side glutes here. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now let's try the compass together. It's a more advanced pose. If you can't, it's okay. Okay, I'm going to show you first. So the modification, you can grab onto a belt, hook it around your foot, and hold the belt instead of holding right onto your foot. Okay, so first we are sitting on towards one hip. This will be on tippy toes. We are going to bring the thigh up on top of the arm, above, close to your shoulder, your delts. Okay, so this is the start. If you already have difficulty holding on, now is the time to hook a towel around here and hold on to the towel instead. Or it can be a belt. Okay, if you can, hold on to the edge of your foot. Okay, we are going to lift the leg away from the body. And as you exhale, turn the chest, look side. Okay, try to bring this, not sideways, closer to your body. It's like the one that we did lying down just now. Okay? So this will nicely stretch on the side of the torso as well as the inner thighs. Okay? 5 more breaths. Last 3. Close the distance between the arm and the thigh. 2 and 1. As you come down, don't let go fast. Slowly bend the knees and then release down. Okay, now let's twist a bit on the spine. We're going to change on the other side. Okay, so that's a very advanced move, but if you constantly practice this, it is not very hard to achieve actually. Once you stretch on the side of the waist and the inner thigh, it's fairly easy. Okay, you change to the other side, make sure you shift the weight to the hip that's down. Tiptoe on the leg, bring up the legs on top of the shoulder. Okay, same thing, a belt if you need, if not, hold on to the outer edge. Okay, we're going to lift it away first, then you rotate. Make sure you grip tight onto your foot. Okay, closing the distance between the front shoulder and the thigh. 5 more breaths. Okay. Feel stretch on the side of the waist, legs, shoulders. Last 2 and 1. Release slowly down. Okay, very nice. Gentle twist again on the back. Okay. We're almost done. Okay. So now the body must be feeling looser. Let's come down onto supine, facing whichever direction that you can see me still. Lie down onto the mat. Okay. Hug both knees in towards your chest, side to side rock. Okay. We're gonna lift both legs up towards the ceiling. If you got backache, just keep the knees soft bend, heels still top of your hip. If you're okay, straighten the knees. Put the navel in, lower back, and the mat no gap. This is Supta Dandasana. You will work on the abdomen by raising your legs and holding it in position. Just 10 seconds here. Make sure you constantly pull the navel in. Keep the lower back and the core tight. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Hug the knees into the chest, side to side rock. Stretch your left leg forward, hug the right knee into the chest. As exhale, knee and head opposite direction. Gentle spinal twist. Inhale back center, chin side. Hug the knees into the chest. Exhale, chin side. Rotation. Keep your shoulders grounded, knee and head opposite direction. Feel a nice stretch on the spine. On the neck and the hips. Come back to center. Hug both knees in towards the chest. Inhale, forehead up to your knee, wind relieving pose. Hold there for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release down. Okay. Stretch your legs forward in front of you. We're coming for fish pose, Matsyasana. We are going to close the legs together. Sit on top of your palms. So your palms are facing down on the mat, directly below of your bum. Hide the elbows below of the back. Okay. We are going to push the elbows into the ground to gently lift the upper back off the mat. Okay. Okay, keeping the toes together, point the toes. From here, make sure when you go down, you don't sink down. This is sinking down. So you make a hollow with the chest. We are going to lift the chest up as high as you can. So squeeze your shoulders together, squeeze the upper back. Okay, inhale, squeeze and lift. Exhale, tilt your head back, drop the crown of the head on the ground. Okay, for people who have vertigo or feel dizzy, you can skip this. Just lie down on the mat and hug your knees to the chest. Okay? This is Matsyasana, fish pose. You open up the throat, strengthen the neck, open up the heart and the lungs. As inhale, constantly lift the chest up to the ceiling. Few more breath here. And release, tuck your chin in, look at the big toe. Exhale down to the mat. Hug your knees into the chest. Give it a gentle rock side to side. Okay. Inhale once more, wind relieving pose. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Down. We are coming for happy baby variation. This is our last pose for today. 3 fingers like a gun, grip onto the big toe. Instead of the knees bend, you open up the legs to the side like a side split. Okay? Step your feet onto the ceiling. Okay? Today's small adductors, inner thighs, and the groin. Okay? Just a few more seconds here. And release. Slowly bend the knees, come into the center. Hug your knees tight, side to side rock. We are going to come into Savasana now. Okay, stretch your legs forward. Separate mat distance. Turn your palms up onto the ceiling. Slightly separate away from the body, the hands. Close the eyes, hold it there for a few breaths. Take a long inhale and long exhale. Let the belly expand outwards and back into the spine. Try to relax the arms, relax the leg. Gently loosen up the hip. Loosen up the back. Loosen up the tension on the neck, shoulders, and the chest. Continue taking deep breath, long inhale, and longer exhale. Feel the body going heavy onto the mat. Be thankful of the time you have to practice today. To stretch in the midst of lockdown. Try to fully, completely relax the body onto the mat. Let go of the thoughts. Let go of all the worries and the stress. Now, I'm going to gently bring awareness to your body, wriggling fingers and the toes. Close your legs together, bend your knees. Keeping the eyes closed, turn your body to the right side. Rest your head on top of your right arm. When you're ready, gently push yourself up with the left hand. Come into easy seated, facing the front with the eyes closed. Hands top of the knees, keep the spine up and tall. Just take a deep breath together. Inhale and exhale. Gently rub your palms together, creating warmth on your palms. Cover the eyes with your palms. Feel the heat. One more time, take your palms together, rubbing them. Gently place the palms over the eyes. Massage your eye. And blink to open your eyes. Look at the palms and both hands down to the chest center of That Namaste. Okay. Thank you everyone. Hope you have a good time with this Hatha Yoga series. And if you enjoy this workout, do check in for more workout on App Virtual. Have a good day.